I'll start with the positive things here. We blocked balls at critical times, did a really good job actually in the second set and in this last set, creating some error situations. We also outdug them, which that's really a very good thing. And I think we could even play a little bit better defense, but we played good enough defense to extend rallies, and many of those rallies ended on their hitting errors. They were really, really good in the second set, and we were really bad. And we had 2 major service breakdowns, which they're really not, they have nothing to do with skill, and they have everything to do with us not being assertive enough as passers to and not look at balls as they go, not as they land in and not out of bounds. So if we can avoid that stuff, that's good. We blocked the ball well. Brianna had a very productive day. She's the only person with a lot of kills. Jess did a nice job. Jess was actually very, very good. Didn't get much really anything out of our middles today. Sasha Colombo had a good day, and we thought that would be an area where we could get some productivity. I think Katie picked good times to set her. So it was really interesting. I think we've played better than this. I think Wyoming has something to do with that. They do a nice job blocking, and they changed their serving strategy throughout the course of this match, and it worked. But we end up, winning the 4th set, even though it was kind of not a great set hitting for either team. But anyway, that's the way it worked.
Did you not expect a match like this tonight?
No, I did.
The 2 teams that are leading the conference and blocking the opponent hitting percentage.
I did. I expected it. I'd never expect for our middles to combine for negative, though. You know what I mean? There's no way that should happen, so we have to examine that and figure it out.
Katie, when you were picking your hitters tonight, was it something, obviously you got great production off the pins, but is it something you noticed in the middle where it just wasn't working as well tonight?
Yeah, a little bit, but you still have to try it and, trust them and dish it to them. And also, the other team was scheming a lot, and so they were going towards our middles a lot, so the outside was just open.
Bree, towards the end, your celebrations kind of got muted a little bit. Did you kind of put on a serious face to come back in that 4th a little bit?
Yeah, I tend to get a little more serious when the game gets kind of hyped, but, I still try to put out the same energy in my playing. Maybe my cheer isn't as loud or as energized as others, but I'm still there in the game.
Tom, after you guys lost to Wyoming the first time, you kind of said it was an awakening for you guys. Do you still feel like that's the case? After
Yeah,
you guys watched?
there's no doubt that stretch of matches from San Diego State through Wyoming, I don't think we played very well, and it was a wake-up call for us, and we've been getting better ever since. And we were pushed tonight. This was an interesting match, but I do think we're a much better team now than when we played in Laramie.
Katie, was there a bit of a revenge factor in this game?
Most definitely. And I'm glad that the second game was at home, that we faced them in Moby for that second time, for sure.
Since you've avenged your 2 losses, and obviously you've now won 8 straight, does it seem, Don, you need to win out to get what you want still too? Is it any different trying to play catch up as trying to protect what you think is yours?
No, I think you should go at every game as the same competitive desire, but it does give us a little bit more motivation in that aspect.
Tom, you guys probably still aren't at your peak yet. What do you think is the biggest thing you need to improve in the last couple of weeks?
Oh, I don't know. We've got to continue. We have improved in service receive, but we can get better. And I think we have to have offensive balance. I'd like to get out and have some matches where everybody's hitting 200 or better. Those are the kind of matches that we need.
Katie, you guys had an 11-0 run in the first set. 10 of those were with you serving. Was there a certain thing you saw as for that, or?
I was just motivated to serve tough, and Emily was giving me different zones, so I was determined to just hit them and be pretty accurate.
Wyoming called a timeout, and just after that you got 2 consecutive service aces. Was there anything said in that timeout between you guys that led to that?
Not really, but I always grew up just you never miss a serve after a timeout, so I always go in with that mentality.
Down the stretch before you had to go back and serve out, you ended up in the back row. But you had the two big kills that, gave you the lead 21 and at 22. How have you developed as a hitter that knows when you have to come through in the big moments?
Well, I think my mentality is the same, but I also want to be given the ball in those situations. Like, I want the setters to trust me. And so kind of my mentality every time is to go up and kill the ball, So I think that in end game, I want to be that person who can help finish.
How have you seen her develop in that way? Say, take her back to last year and even to this year. I'm sure you have trust in her in those big moments.
Yeah, definitely. I know if I dish her the ball in those high pressure situations that she'll get a kill or at least do something smart with it.
You guys came out really flat in the first matchup against Wyoming. There was a lot more energy this time around. Was there anything different in the locker room pre-game?
I think just that revenge aspect and that hype before really helped us.